With all the delegations in Buenos Aires and just days to go until the IOC makes its final decision, Turkey insists that Istanbul, and not Madrid or Tokyo, is the ideal city to hold the 2020 Summer Olympics. Turkish organisers promise modern venues and the potential to hold events across 2 continents.
To have the games in Istanbul is something different. To have the games in both continents, Europe and Asia, East, West, there is nowhere in the world something like this. This is a new culture. This is a new gateway to the Olympic movement.
Istanbul, home to 15 million people, has made 4 unsuccessful bids to host the Games in the past. But supporters say it will be 5th time lucky and point to Turkey's recent economic growth and its plans for major infrastructure investment to explain why this will be the year the city's fortunes change. What's more, the country offers the IOC the chance to hold the Games for the first time ever in a Muslim-majority nation.
Turkey is a Muslim country predominantly, and Istanbul will be the first Muslim city, predominantly Muslim city of a country that will have the Olympics if selected. This is an important issue for the IOC because, like I said, it's a sporting community, but it's also a political community, and this is an important message to the Muslim world.
But for all its sporting potential, Turkey faces problems in the political sphere. After mass anti-government protests in June in Istanbul's Taksim Square, which were eventually broken up violently by security forces, some observers are questioning the country's human rights record and approach to freedom of the press.
Human rights issues and freedom of the media issues, it may affect the election process, but not as much as people think, because these issues, of course, are not very in low levels like in the Western countries, but still, these are not the things that IOC looks directly to select the city to organize the Olympics. First thing I said, it's the supporting process. They look into the supporting facts first, but if the candidates tie or candidates are strong enough to compete, then they start looking around the environmental issues, the political issues.
But Istanbul is not alone in having to fend off criticism for events outside of the sporting arena. Rival host city Tokyo has been at pains to stress that the Fukushima nuclear disaster in northern Japan will not affect events in the capital, with officials saying that radiation levels in Tokyo are the same as in London, Paris or New York. The Japanese have other problems too, not least of all Tokyo Governor Naoki Inose, who's been in the spotlight in the run-up to the IOC vote over his view that Islamic countries have nothing in common but Allah and are, quote, always fighting with each other. Following the remarks, the governor issued an apology to the entire Muslim world and said his words had been taken out of context. All the delegations in Buenos Aires say they are positive about their chances of winning the right to host the 2020 Olympics. But will it be the bullfighters of Madrid? Will Japan host for a 4th time since the Games began in 1896? Or will Istanbul be given the chance to bridge the divide between Europe and Asia? On Saturday, the more than 100 members of the IOC will come together to cast their votes in a secret ballot.